first watched it, my mom tried to stop me, but it was too late. I was scarred for life. I love the original trilogy for the Grudge movies. They have always been a must-watch for me, and thankfully they have not made a new sequel. I was very disappointed when I saw that The Grudge 3 was the direct-to-video sequel, and even though it was not as scary, I still liked it. Now, let's break it down to see what made this trilogy so great. In the first movie, we see Karen, an exchange student and care worker who visits the Saeki house, a house formerly owned by the Saeki family who, thanks to the husband, have been dead for years by the time Karen arrives to the house, now owned by the Williams family. When Karen arrives, she introduces herself to Emma, an elderly lady who will not be needing Karen's services anymore. And from this point on, everything goes downhill for Karen because she begins to get haunted, alongside anyone else that sets foot in this house. And even though she tries to destroy the house, evil prevails and it keeps cursing others, even though Karen survives. In the second movie, Karen does not survive for long, and now it is up to her sister Aubrey to take on the curse head on after being cursed forcefully by Toshio. And even though this place is infamous for being cursed, people are still willingly going in to get murdered. Anyways, going back to Aubrey, she tries to figure out a way to stop the curse, but in every step of the way, she finds her situation more and more hopeless until she herself becomes part of the curse. One of the lone survivors travels back to Chicago, and the whole building where she resides becomes cursed, even though it makes no sense, and the people within the building start perishing one by one until it kills her. The reason I say this makes no sense is because if this rule applies to every other victim, then it means the hospital, the school, the motel, and whatnot should be fully cursed thanks to the victim coming to these places, and in a matter of days, everything and everywhere should be cursed as well. In the third movie, it becomes even simpler. All the previous victims are now dead, and the building has pretty much become vacant. The curse now can be destroyed through a blood ritual, and although they succeed in destroying the original curse, a new one is created. End of movie. Even though there are not many scary moments, except for the final kill, which still gives me goosebumps just because of the way Naoko walks up towards Max, I still like the movie because it kept it simple. It didn't have the non-linear narrative that the first two films had, and it did not shy away from killing everyone in gruesome ways. The plots of these movies were great. I love the musical scores and the creepy and scary atmospheres. If you have not watched these movies, stop what you're doing, and after you finish watching this video, go watch them because they are worth the time. But that's just my opinion. See you guys next time.